Good morning. Do you ever think, boy, Peter and the other disciples are really lucky. They got to spend the better part of 3 years with Jesus, walking around with him, listening to him. They saw him. They ate with him. Boy, wouldn't that have been great? I think I would have been a better Christian if I had been there with Jesus physically. And we tend to regard those guys that were with Jesus with a sense of awe. Well, listen to what Peter has to say about that. This is 1 Peter 1, verse 8 and 9. And though you have not seen him, you love him. And though you do not see him now, but believe in him, you greatly rejoice with joy inexpressible and full of glory, obtaining as the outcome of your faith the salvation of your souls. It's Peter who is amazed at you, not you amazed at him. He is amazed at the faith of those who haven't seen Jesus and yet who believe in him and who love him. Some weeks ago we spoke about the verse, we walk by faith, not by sight. Yeah, it's easy to believe when you have that sight. It's easy to trust that God will provide for all your needs when you make $1 million a year. It's easy to trust that God will take care of your health when you are a strong, strapping 25-year-old in the prime of your life. Trust is a bit of a bigger challenge when you've lost your job, when the income has stopped coming in, but the bills still come in. It's a little harder to trust that God will take care of you when you're in the middle of a pandemic and people are dying all around you. You're in your 70s and your body is falling apart. Your body parts are wearing out like an old jalopy. And it's a little more challenging to trust God when you don't have that sight. This is the kind of faith that surprises Peter. Though you haven't seen him, you love him. And though you do not see him now, but believe in him, you greatly rejoice with joy inexpressible and full of glory. Even though you haven't seen him, you believe in him. You love him. And you experience inexpressible joy, full of glory. And I can just see Peter's eyes go wide and his jaw hangs down to his neck and he says, "Wow, that's impressive." Remember Thomas seeing Jesus after his resurrection and Jesus invited him to touch him and see him? Thomas fell on his knees and proclaimed, "My Lord and my God." You remember what Jesus said back to him? "You believe because you see? How blessed are those who believe even though they don't see." In other words, Jesus says, you are the lucky ones. Ponder that today.